Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can install and set up Anaconda Python on your Mac operating system. So let's get started and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, open your favorite browser and search for download Anaconda, and the first link which will appear here will be from anaconda.com/downloads. So we are going to click on this first link and straight away you will see this kind of web page. At the top you will see free download, but when you click on the free download option, it's not going to open anything, right? So first, nowadays Anaconda encourage users to create the Anaconda account, right? So we are going to click on this download now get started button, and then we can sign up with any email, or we can use our Google, Microsoft, or GitHub account to log into this Anaconda website, right? So I'm going to use my Google account, and once I'm signed in, you can see this kind of web page which says welcome to Anaconda, ways to get started, and you can also see the downloads option now. So you can see the option for Windows, macOS, and Linux. And for installing Anaconda, you have this option for Apple Silicon chip, which is 64-bit graphical installer. We are going to download this installer, right? So I'm going to click on this graphical installer option, and this is going to start the installation of this anaconda.pkg file. So nowadays, if you want to install Anaconda, you should have the account on this website, and you can simply create this using your Google or Microsoft or GitHub account. So once this .pkg file is downloaded, I'm going to click on this .pkg file, and then let me minimize the browser, and then it says this package will run a program to determine if software can be installed. I'm going to click on allow here, and here the first window for the Anaconda setup wizard is like this. Here I'm going to just click on continue. Here next section is the readme section, so if you want you can read this section and then click on continue. And then you have the license terms and conditions. Click on continue here and then click on agree. And then this is the destination selection, right? So install for all users of this computer. This default selection is fine for me, and in most of the cases it's fine. And you can see it's going to take around 6 GB of space, so be mindful about that also. And then click on continue here, and then installation type, once again the similar kind of information. Click on install button to start the installation, but before this, this installation will ask you to provide your Mac OS password, which you use to log into your Mac operating system. So give that password and then click on install software, and this is going to start the installation of Anaconda on your Mac operating system. So at this point you just need to wait for a few seconds to few minutes depending on the speed of your internet and your computer, and wait for the next step. And after a few seconds you can reach to the next window which says code with Anaconda in the cloud. For now I don't want to do it, but I'm going to click on this continue button, which is going to finish the installation of Anaconda, and then I can click on this close button, and then I can even move this installer to the bin folder because the installation is done and we don't no longer need this installer file. So click on move to bin here, which is going to move this file to the bin. So once Anaconda is installed, you need to open the applications folder. So click on go and then select applications from here, or you can even right click on the finder and then select application here, right? So here you need to search for Anaconda Navigator. So this is the Anaconda Navigator in your applications folder. This is the shortcut for the Anaconda Navigator. So I'm going to just double click on this Anaconda Navigator inside the applications folder, and then it's going to start this Anaconda Navigator, right? So you can see the Anaconda Navigator has been launched, and here you can see sign in for the AI coding help. So nowadays this Anaconda also comes with the AI assistance, and To use that AI assistant, you need to sign in to your Anaconda account. For now, I don't want to use it, so I'm going to just click on the close button, and then I can see all these tools under Anaconda. So you can see all the applications. You can also sort them by installed application. So let's select this installed application. So when we install Anaconda, it installs some tools like Jupyter Lab, Spyder, and Qt Console. And if it recognizes that VS Code or PyCharm is already installed on your system, then it's also going to show you those tools, right? Otherwise, if you select all applications from here, so let me select all applications. For some applications, you can see, for example, Anaconda AI Navigator. There is this install button in front of them. That means this tool is not installed, and you can click on this install button to install them, right? So for now, what we are going to do is we are going to open the Jupyter Notebook. So let me just click on this Jupyter Notebook option, which is installed with the Anaconda distribution. So let me click on launch in front of Jupyter Notebook option, and it's going to start the Jupyter Notebook. So first of all, it's going to open this kind of terminal and run the Jupyter Notebook instance. So once the startup is successful, you can go to your web browser where Jupyter Notebook is launched at this port. You can see an Anaconda toolbox also here, and in the middle you will be able to see the Jupyter Notebook section. So for now, I'm going to just close this AI assistant, and I'm also going to close this Anaconda toolbox from here so that I only see this Jupyter Notebook section. So here I'm going to navigate to the folder where I want to create some file or open some notebook, right? So I'm going to go to my documents folder. So let me just move back, documents folder. And here I want to go inside the sample folder where I already have a sample test.py file, and I'm going to create a new file here, right? So let me create a new IPYNB file, which is the Jupyter Notebook file. So let me click on new and then click on Python option here. So you have few options: Python, Conda environment base, terminal, console, new file, and then you have the folder. So I'm going to select this Python Conda option here, and it's going to create a new untitled file, right? So to save this file, I can click on this save button, and I can even change the name of this file. So I'm going to name my file as hello.ipynb file, and then I'm going to click on rename. So this file name is renamed to this one, and then here I can evaluate my notebook command. So for example, 2 plus 2, and then click on this run button, and it's going to show me the output, right? When I write print and then, for example, hello here, and then select this cell and then click on run, it's going to print hello. So this is how you can create your Jupyter Notebook files and then run them. Also in here you have this toolbox which we previously closed. So from here also you can create a new notebook. So when you click on new notebook and then give the name to your notebook, it's going to create a new notebook file. For example, I'm going to name my file as test, for example, and then extension will be this one. I'm going to click on create notebook, and it says please log in. So once you log into your Anaconda account, it's going to allow you to create the new notebook, right? So let me just click on create notebook, and this notebook is created. The kernel is the base kernel, and then I'm going to click on select here, and now I can start using this notebook from here. Also, this Anaconda distribution comes with the Spyder IDE, which is one more IDE for scientific Python development, right? So when I click on launch here, it's going to launch Spyder IDE. And once the Spyder IDE launches, we are going to see how we can run our Python script in Spyder. So you can see the Spyder IDE, and you can see a few warnings. So I'm going to allow here. So it says connecting to the kernel, and it have the sample file, which is the temp.py file. So I can run this file. So when I select this cell and then click on the run button, it's going to run this file here. From the top, I can also run the cell or run the file or run the cell and advance. And I can also add those breakpoints and debug my code, right? And then you have this Python path manager. So if I want, I can also add those Python paths from here. Using the Spyder IDE also, you can evaluate your Python scripts or run your Python command inside this Spyder IDE. So now let's go to the navigator once again. And here you also have this Jupyter Lab. So when I click on this Jupyter Lab, it's going to start the Jupyter Lab, where you can use this Jupyter Lab to once again develop your notebooks, right? So I think that's it for this video. This is how you can install Anaconda distribution, which comes with Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Lab, and Spyder IDE. One more thing which I wanted to show you that comes with Anaconda distribution is the Conda package manager. So let me show you that also. So when you open the terminal, so click on the spotlight option and then open the terminal from here. Let's open the terminal, and our terminal is already open, which is running the Jupyter Notebook server. Let's open the new terminal. So right click and then open the new window from here. And when I give the Conda command, so let me give the Conda command and then just write Conda list and then press enter. This terminal is going to recognize the Conda command. As I mentioned, Conda is the package manager for the Anaconda, and using which you can install many Python packages like NumPy or OpenCV or PyQt and many others, right? And to install our Conda package, it works similar to pip package manager. So just write Conda and space install and then the name of the package, for example, PyQt, right? But generally, I would like to create the virtual environment first and then install these kind of packages just for my project and not globally. But as I mentioned, this also installed Conda package manager, and you can use Conda package manager using your terminal itself. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.